tweet offered ways to save money, such as making coffee at home, eating leftover food, and walking when you can. Well, it quickly sparked outrage on social media as people blasted the bank for its fees and Jamie Dimon's salary and also other charges. Presidential hopeful Elizabeth Warren, well, she wasted no time pouncing on this tone-deaf mistake, responding with her own tweet, bashing the bank for its 2008 bailout and stagnant employee wages. Chase ended up deleting that tweet within a nanosecond. They offered an apology, but someone who's not apologizing is Mattie Duppler from the National Taxpayer Union, and she joins us now. Mattie, you like this tough love.
Hey, Charles, I never apologize, especially for good financial advice. I mean, come on. This is exactly what all of us have told our younger siblings when they complain about not having savings or not having enough in their checking account. We say, well, listen, what are you doing with your own spending practices, and where can you really cut some corners and make more use of the dollars that you earn? I think it's outrageous that there has been such backlash against this tweet. And it comes from this notion that somehow there are other people who are responsible, more responsible than you, for your own financial well-being. And it doesn't help that we've had a political environment for the last 10 years where people have been told Wall Street's responsible for their financial malaise and not the other way around.
I guess, though, if it was coming perhaps from someone else, you know, if it wasn't coming from a bank that took a gigantic bailout from the taxpayers, you know what it reminds me of, Mattie? About 6 months ago, my favorite aunt needed a break, right? She just said, I need a break. Can I just stay in your house? We flew her up. She stayed in the house. Then she would make these little comments. You guys got a lot of food in the fridge. Why are you ordering more food? You know, it's like, oh, you know, I guess it's tough love and it's the right thing, but, you know, people just don't like to hear it, particularly from a bank that took a $25 billion bailout.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sympathetic to that argument that after a bailout, maybe you shouldn't be moralizing about economic prudence. But let's remember, too, in 2008, Treasury forced financial institutions to take that money whether they wanted it or not. Banks didn't have much of a choice. So I do think that Chase is trying to do what I think there are a lot of expectations for financial institutions, which is offer tools and advice for how people can do better with their own personal finances. Maybe Twitter is not the best platform to do that, but certainly the message of being responsible with your finances and saving in ways that isn't requiring a lot from people to change their own financial practices is a good approach, I think, for a bank to take. And I would like to see more of that financial acumen bleed into our conversation about personal finances.
There's no doubt about it. And to your point, Chase did not want to take the bailout, although they did get the money. Anyway, we'll talk about this again at another time. I'm just not so sure they didn't shoot themselves in the foot on this one. In this political climate, Mattie, always great to see you.
We'll wait for the next Monday Motivation, see what that tweet is.
It's going to be great. All right, folks. In the meantime, the Trump family taking to the legal system to finally put an end to Democrat harassment. The question, though, is will it work? That's next.